I got early access to Foo Fighters Pro, Foo Fighters Premium, and even The Godfather. Not only will I be giving you my thoughts, but also the thoughts expressed around the people around me. Let's get started. Let's start with Foo Fighters Pro Edition. The game is fast, it has great flow, and a really unique layout. But I really also enjoyed that kickback target that actually does assist by launching the ball up that ramp more often than not in my case. The repeatable loop shot for the upper flipper, I don't know if that will ever get old. It might, but not in my case so far. For the games that I did play, every time I hit that repeatable shot, I could not help but tell myself out loud, man, I love that. The music was great, but I am a Foo Fighters fan, but I also found that all the sounds in general, sound effects, call-outs, they all sounded good. There was nothing annoying. I wasn't irritated by anything. That actually sounded really good. Now, I did find myself already skipping past the video segments on the screen because I've already seen them before, and I don't know if it's so much that I don't like the segments or anything. It's just that I was excited and wanted to get back to shooting and experiencing the gameplay. Now, I'm not a great player, but there are definitely parts of this game that I do need to improve upon, and especially hitting that right ramp. For whatever particular reason, I'm finding that right ramp a little difficult to find on my flipper. Lots of people were hitting it just fine, but for me, I don't know, I just could not seem to nail it. For those of you getting the Pro model, I don't think you're going to have any issues when it comes to feeling like you're really missing out. I mean, a lot of pros can feel so stripped down that they just are barren. This game did not feel barren. Although, I did feel like I was really missing out on the dead post that I found to be really cool on the Premium. I mean, that thing is damn sweet, and I found myself giggling every time I remembered to lift up my left flipper so the ball could bounce back into play. That's just so cool. I feel like that's definitely something for you pro users you're going to miss out on. Now let's slow this hype train down just a little bit, and let's talk about The Godfather. The game is just as I anticipated. It's beautiful, okay? I knew that Jersey Jack was going to create a game, and it just looked pretty. They have a history of proving that to me, that every game they put out, it definitely does visually catch my eye. It's beautiful. Everyone there commented on how beautiful this game looks. But sadly, that is the only thing that really excited me. Now look, I appreciate all the features that they have thrown into this game, but I did find myself shooting up the middle quite a bit. And that's because that tends to be the thing that is lit most often, which kind of makes you want to shoot for it. The thing is, you do that long enough, you kind of feel like you're playing another game. And I don't know about a lot of you out there that have played Stargate. There's only so many times that you can shoot up the middle before it starts to not feel as fun. So I would be listening for callouts. I'm like, okay, I need to listen for callouts so this game can tell me where else I need to go, because the volume was a little bit low on this game, so that was probably a little bit of a downside. Also, is that I could not hear probably a lot of key points or things that are going on within the game. But there are callouts that were telling me, hey, shoot the left ramp. And then I'm looking and I see that there is not a left ramp. The left ramp is there, but it's in the up position. So I wouldn't be shooting the left ramp. I would be shooting a particular lane. So that's what I did. And evidently that was correct, because my ball went up there and it registered as being that's what I was supposed to do. A little bit confusing there, or odd, but I made it work. And I wasn't overwhelmed with multi-balls like I was with Guns N' Roses, at least on the particular house that I chose to play as, whether it be Stark or Lannister. Wait, that's a different game. All I know is that I did not feel like I was always playing or being in a multi-ball. And so that was a plus for me. Now, the other families I guess depending on their shots or the family in general, I did see that they tended to be in multi-ball more often than me. Or it could have been that I was shooting up the middle a lot. I don't know. That's the thing, guys, is that I only had about maybe 2 to 3 games max. So take that for what it is. Now, it is cool that there are 29 different ball paths with all the ball diverters and everything and stuff like that. That is cool, but that's also a little bit of a kick to the groin when you're trying to learn the game. And there's one shot in particular that if you do not use your upper flipper, that ball is going to go straight down the damn middle. And I'll put it on the screen right here. Whenever you aim for a shot and the ball diverts to that particular lane, and if you forget that the upper flipper's there, which evidently I'm horrible at doing for this game, then it's going to go straight down the middle. Out of, I'd say, the 6 balls that I had in my entirety of playing this game, 5 of them were lost by going straight down the damn middle. I just could not remember that upper flipper was right there for that particular shot, and it just went right by it every damn time. The thing is, I would definitely be reminded that that upper flipper is there whenever I'm trying to shoot up the middle, because that damn flipper will block your shot. Everyone else there, I'm willing to bet that they also had maybe 2 or 3 games. That's what I tended to see, is that people would play a game, 2 or 3, multiple of it for 4-player games or whatever, but it wasn't a moment that any of us had just one more game feeling. I didn't feel it, and I think a lot of people there did not get that urge of just one more game like you would expect when playing an exciting new pinball machine. Now, Foo Fighters Premium, on the other hand, was getting that. That game was constantly going with multiple people playing 4-player games. So Foo Fighters Premium was definitely getting much more attention than Godfather. And most of the people that were playing Foo Fighters were not fans of the band. They literally only knew maybe 1 or 2 songs. So there was not a bias there like there might be with me. And one of the phrases that was said was that they could tell that Jack Danger obviously was influenced by Keith Elwin, which that's not a bad thing. I think any potential designer would love to have their name associated with Keith Elwin. And of course, yes, if you play Foo Fighters, I'm pretty sure you're going to feel a hint of Keith Elwin within this design, going by his previous games. So chances are, if you find Keith Elwin games enjoyable, you like the way they play, then more than likely you're going to enjoy Foo Fighters. So the Foo Fighters Premium, all the good stuff I said about the Pro can also go on to the Premium, but you're just adding more cool things to it with the dead post that comes up, which I'm sorry you guys are not going to have that on the Pro, and the upper playfield that's going to be up there giving you additional shots. But like I state, I think that you're not going to really miss that on the Pro version very much, because I found the Pro a little bit easier to shoot because the upper playfield seemed to kind of occlude the lower portion of the game, which I guess kind of hindered me the ability to anticipate my loop shots. That may be just me, but the Pro shot just as fun as the Premium. It's just the Premium's going to have the additional little things in there that make the game better. The game, but not the price. The game was very fun to shoot. So fun to shoot. In fact, I paid for my Premium after I got finished enjoying it, knowing that I wanted to experience more of it, that I believe it's going to be great in my collection. So my Premium is paid for, ready to go, and it should be here in a couple of weeks. But before I get my own personal game, I definitely will be able to enjoy this game coming up next week at Texas Pinball Festival. So overall, if you watch the Foo Fighters streams or any other kind of gameplay and you thought to yourself, man, this game looks pretty fun, or you just kind of felt excited and wanted to play it, I'm willing to bet that you're going to enjoy this game. For you guys interested in Godfather, I highly recommend that you play it before taking that plunge and throwing all that money down like that. Now, granted, I only put a couple of games on Godfather. I need more time on it. So do not take this to the bank saying that the game is bad or anything like that. It's just that As of right now, Godfather does not interest me. The theme itself does not grab me. I knew that already as it was, and so far, the gameplay and experience within underneath the glass does not grab me either. But like I said, it wasn't just me that played a couple of games and felt like they got their experience. I'm pretty sure it was everybody else there. I mean, it could be just a coincidence that Foo Fighters got more plays, or Jersey Jack, in fact, gave us an offer that we can refuse.